Hello there, my name's Adam Landbauer. The reason why I chose Rob Zombie for this project is when it comes to entertainment and leaders, there is one name that comes to my mind almost immediately: Rob Zombie. Whether it be producing music, directing films, or writing and illustrating his own comic books, Rob has been very successful in every field that he has chose. Rob embodies everything that is leadership. Being the frontman in a superpowered heavy metal band will give you that confidence. It gives you the confidence that you need to be a leader. On a nightly basis, he stands in front of 10,000 plus screaming fans, releasing his music into the crowd. Confidence is key, and Rob does it seamlessly. It all started with White Zombie, Rob's first band. He made a lot of headway into fame, writing himself into the history of heavy metal almost immediately. White Zombie is still one of the most well-liked metal bands of all time. One of the reasons for that success is that the band has a very spectacular feel. Creating a spectacle of himself, Rob was now a household name. This principle is outlawed in 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. And Robert Greene states that by creating a spectacle of yourself, you could be creating a public want to be seen. After White Zombie completed, Rob put together a new band under his own moniker, Rob Zombie. They have now been seen as an international success under his great leadership. My favorite part of the Rob Zombie band is that the only person in the band that has been there from the beginning is Rob. He always lets an artist either move on, leaving the band, of course, or he fires them. A great leader knows when somebody is being a splinter in the side, and he has the foresight to remove the problem. Whether it be your friends or family, you can't let them get in the way of success. The band has gone platinum and topped many charts. They have sold well in most countries around the world, and Rob has toured with the likes of Alice Cooper, Ozzy Osbourne, Slayer, some of the most influential names and acts in the music industry. He himself has become a legend, and not just in the music field. His fans are die-hard, showing up to movie premieres, comic book releases, metal shows, and the occasional public appearance, but Rob really does keep himself out of the limelight, as to create a bigger want to be seen. This is outlined in the 48 Laws of Power by Greene as well, as an effective way to maintain leadership. By not flooding the market with yourself, you create a vast want to be seen. Rob writes and directs his own films as well. They have all held their own great levels of success. Being it a horror movie, or a horror movie, or a horror movie, well, you get the point. He keeps surprising people by advancing and learning about the movie industry, gaining knowledge, and making successful films. His first film, House of 1,000 Corpses, was a shock thriller, and it did very well. His budget was $7 million. Opening weekend, it made $3,460,666 in the USA alone. That's April 13th, 2003. The gross on the project was $16,829,000, which pretty much doubled his budget, creating great success. His second film, the follow-up to House of 1,000 Corpses, was The Devil's Rejects. His budget as well for this film was $7 million. Opening weekend, he topped his own budget, making $7 million in the opening weekend. That was 24th of July, 2005. The gross on the project was $19,390,000. Now that's worldwide, but that's still really great success margin. In 2007, Rob got the opportunity to remake John Carpenter's Halloween, which actually did better as a whole than the original. His budget this time for the film was $15 million. And opening weekend, he made $30,591,000, doubling his budget and once again proving himself to be a great leader. Gross on the project was $80,253,000, making it his most successful film to date. He made Halloween 2, which is by far my favorite film that I've experienced by Rob. The budget on this was $15 million. Opening weekend, it grossed $16 million, so he made his money back and the gross for the entire film was 33,335,000, which isn't bad, but still doesn't top his original Halloween. The Haunted World of El Super Beasto. It started out as a project for Rob Zombie. Being a comic book he wrote himself, he turned it into a cartoon that went straight to DVD, but still was very good. It even had very many well-known actors in it, such as Paul Giamatti. His comic books are all pretty much in keeping with the horror genre, such as Rob Zombie's Spook Show International, which he did for a while, Werewolf Women of the SS, which actually he didn't write, but he came up with the original concept for. His most successful comic is Baron von Schock. It sold out in the first day of printing. It was amazing to see that it basically told the story of Baron von Schock, a TV personality that can be as scary as his material. I feel like Rob Zombie was writing it for himself, but it's still a very, very good comic book. He also helped his wife begin a company that sells clothes called Total Skull, which is also shared very wide success. He sells things like skull bandanas, which most fans now wear. It's pretty incredible to see the dedication of the fans here. Also, he's been canonized, criticized, and most of the time, he's been overall disliked by the general public. But not that many metal all-stars have their own action figure, especially one sculpted by Todd McFarlane of Spawn. He always keeps his friends and family in mind when creating his projects. He uses his success to make jobs for his friends and family, and he brings them onto the set and he lets them do the acting, which is a great feeling because even though he has such great success, he still keeps his friends and family close. Rob Zombie is the past and present and future, and that was the name of one of his compilation albums. I see him as a very successful leader in the field of entertainment, and I look up to him, and I would love to work on a film with him someday. I see him stand on stage in front of all these people, belting what he says is the truth, and he writes his music from the heart. I think Rob Zombie will be around for a while. That was my leadership presentation on Rob Zombie. Once again, my name is Adam Landenbauer. Thank you so much for listening.